Prophetic message here. Listen, I got a specific message for a specific group of people. God is saying, you did it. You did it. See, you always knew that your faith was never about revenge. You always knew that your faith was never about trying to show off. You always knew that what God was doing in your life was confirmation of what you felt in the inside. See, before you ever see it in your reality, you have to feel it. You have to see it up here. And that is what you saw, right? And so God is saying in this new season, this new coming year, He wants you to recognize the beauty that surrounds you. Recognize the beauty in every adversity. Recognize the beauty in every challenge, every circumstance. He wants you to recognize the beauty. See, this is how you truly prevail. Because, see, God was equipping you, He was building you. This was all character development. And you have literally risen to the epitome of the person that you have literally always knew that you were all your life. And the beautiful part about this is that God's thoughts aren't our thoughts, His ways aren't our ways. So, literally, this epitome of who you knew you were always meant to be and who you always were in the inside, which you had to grow into, is actually even bigger than you can even think of. Because your God's thoughts aren't our thoughts, His ways aren't our ways. So it's always going to be bigger. Type in the comments, it's going to be bigger. God is saying that He wants you to be ready for this. See, you have to be ready for this because, see, a lot of times when we enter into a new season of our life, meaning our environments are different, we are different, right? Our circumstances are different. Sometimes we're not aware that it doesn't mean that we're not going to experience certain, I want to say, situations that or would have tested the old person. See, when you become new, the world doesn't change. This is what God is trying to convey to you in this moment. The world doesn't change, you change. And then what ends up happening is when you go into new environments, the environment has to shift because of your presence. But when you go into it, the situations are not going to be as you think that it's going to be. Oh, it's just going to be beautiful. Your mindset is beautiful. You see, recognize the beauty in every opportunity. You are beautiful. What you have grown into, your spirit is beautiful. So sometimes people don't appreciate beauty at first glance, at first experience. But because you are aware that these situations will take place, this is how you shift the atmosphere. Oh, hallelujah. God is saying, don't allow the atmosphere to shift you. You shift the atmosphere. Go ahead and type that in a comment. That is a bar. Don't allow the atmosphere to shift you. You shift the atmosphere. And that was God is telling you in this moment. You have changed so much that the atmosphere fear has to shift because of your presence. See, but it only will do that when you are true to yourself. Okay, when you have become so comfortable in who you are that you're able to show up unapologetically. You're able to realize, like, I take time being me. I take time. I'm invested in me, right? That this may make other people uncomfortable. So be aware of that. But you got to be comfortable with you. Because if you're not comfortable with you, you're going to be triggered by other people's inability to accept who you are. But when you're comfortable and you realize that you're not by yourself, as we talked about in the beginning of this message, faith was never about revenge. It was never about trying to outdo other people. It was always about growing into who you always knew that you were. And God is saying you have done that. So recognize the beauty in this new season because you are changing. Your environments are changing. Everything is changing. So understand you deserve this. And there's more because God's thoughts are not our thoughts. So there is more. There is more. You're going to be even bigger because of what God has in store for you. Type in the comments you get to the end of this. I'm going to be even bigger because of what God has in store for me. Y'all already know somebody else needs to hear this, okay? We don't want people to, you know, crash out. We don't want people to literally sabotage themselves, okay? So let somebody else hear this by reciprocating this energy. This is how we get good energy to continue to come back to us. It's because we participate, we reciprocate. So repost this. If you're not following your girl, make sure you follow your girl. You can always count on truth, love, and transparency coming from me. But y'all already know. Until next time, you better stay in peace and not in pieces here. Don't react. Think about it and respond. And remember, saying nothing is still a response. All right, y'all. Peace.